What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Now, before we jump in today's video, man, you should have know what you should have been did. Like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, man. Listen, we trying to save the world. We trying to save as many people as we possibly can. So make sure you hit that post notification bell so you don't get that post nut clarity, my guys. Now listen, man. So before we even start the video, I want to give a fast shout out to my brother in Christ, Faith with Josh. You know, I'm rocking his merch right now, Parable. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm rocking with it. I'm messing with it. You know, let me give y'all a little preview. You know what I'm saying? So it says the Parable right in the front. And let me give y'all a little back view. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh, my mic is filled. That's what happens when you flexing, man. So shout out to my brother Faith with Josh. Excuse me, guys. Fix my mic. But shout out to my brother Faith with Josh, man. And oh yeah, I forgot to add. You know, if y'all want to get y'all some merch as well, I'm probably gonna leave his links down below in the description. So let's just jump right into the video, right? So I was watching this video with PNB Rock with Montreality, and you know, this part right here, message to the youth, where he was basically asked like to give a message to the youth, and this part really stood out to me. So I was like, I have to bring it to the channel, man. I have to let my viewers hear this, you know, because I feel like what he said really hit home. And I feel like a lot of people, especially the people who still idolize these artists, I feel like they have to take heed to this message the most. So, you know, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. He was speaking some facts, man. Real talk.
My message to the youth would be, my message to the youth today would be like, don't, like, I know y'all like idolize a lot of these rappers and entertainers and people that's like famous. Don't believe what you see, you know what I'm saying? Like, believe half what you see. And
He said, don't believe what you see. And that right there hit deep, because it goes to show you, like, we're literally hearing it like firsthand from an artist who's around it, who's in the industry himself. You know, so we're literally hearing it from the messenger himself, telling us that don't believe what you see. You know, and this goes to show us why we shouldn't idolize these rappers, these, you know, these athletes. This goes to show us because they put on this fake mask, you know, and they make us idolize them, but whole time they're the ones who's really struggling behind the scenes. And a lot of people not gonna see that. A lot of people not gonna see that.
none of what you hear, like none of that shit is really like true. A lot of these motherfuckers is like regular people just like you. They just putting on a facade. So don't go out there and be doing all this extra goofy shit, like thinking that you gotta do this shit to be a big person or you gotta do this shit to make money. Like, it's so many ways for you to do.
And this is how I used to think too when I was back in the world. I used to feel like, oh, I had to have a certain group around me in order to be rich and famous. I had to do this in order to be rich and famous. You know, that's how I used to operate when I was back in the world. All because of my, you know, the celebrities and artists that I used to idolize. You know, all because of them. All because of them, I would think that life was just this one-way path, you know? So, hey, man, rest in peace to PNB.
Do this shit legit, genuinely just being you. You feel me? Like, you don't gotta do all this extra antic shit. I don't want people to think like, damn, I gotta dye my hair to go crazy, or I gotta fucking jump off a bridge into a fucking flaming fucking hoop to fucking get lit. You don't gotta do all that shit. Just be hot and just be genuine. Just have like your own artistic craft, and just don't think that everything that you see on the media is true, bro. These niggas be capping so hard. They be fucking.
Bro. Bro, he's literally telling you what it is. You know, he's literally telling you what it is. I don't care how hard your favorite celebrity might portray to be. I guarantee you he's not really like that in real life. I guarantee you. I can bet my last dollar on it, man. You know, what he's saying is not far from the truth. And I don't even know. I'm not even in the industry, and I know what he's saying is facts. Because when you just put two and two together, it just makes sense what he's saying. You know.
And my brain up, and I'm in this shit. You feel me? And this from the outside looking in, you would really think like these motherfuckers is living their best life. Really, your actuality, these motherfuckers just put on the front and they miserable. You feel me? Like they going through this shit. They going through the motions more than you.
Man, PNB is he's spitting, man. You know, there's a Bible verse that said God gives wealth to certain people, but doesn't give them the appetite to eat of it. And that one kind of just hit my spirit just listening to him, because a lot of these celebrities, they be the main ones going through, you know, suicidal thoughts. You know, they're probably the most depressed, sad, lonely. You know, even though they have all the things in the world, they're still facing these issues because, you know, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his own soul, man? You know what I'm saying? So this is deep. This is why I brought this to the channel.
You with money, you know what I'm saying? Just because they trying to put on a show and be this person that they, in all actuality, really not. You feel me? And it's like it's a battle between the two, them being them and them on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be fucking with the motherfucking people brain. You feel me? Like just be you, and don't let another person's life like make you hate what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point in time, nigga, everybody was right where you was at. You feel me?
Nah, that's real, man. That is real. This is actually great advice. Although we see PNB, you know, he wasn't a follower of Christ. We can clearly see that, you know what I'm saying? But this is great advice to the youth, man. This is great advice. You know, because he's literally telling the youth, like, don't be ashamed of, you know, being you. You know, if you work a 9 to 5, don't be ashamed of that. If you're living a regular, routine based life, don't be ashamed of that, man. You know, stop comparing yourself to these celebrities. Stop comparing yourself to people that you're seeing on Instagram and social media and stuff like that. You know, so this is actually great advice, man. Great advice. Great advice, man.
A fan of somebody else shit, just watching, just looking. You know what I'm saying? So you can do the same thing that that person doing. Just you don't gotta follow in their footsteps. Do your own thing. Just be your own person. And shit, that's what it is.
And you know, that was the end of the interview, but I want to just piggyback on what PNB was basically saying. You know what I'm saying? You know, like he said, just be you. And that's one thing that I had to accept in my own journey, my own life. You know, because a few years ago I wanted to be rich and famous. I wanted to follow in the footsteps of, you know, these artists and, you know, doing drugs and all of these things to fit in, you know. And then I came to a realization that, why am I doing these things? Is it actually me who wants to do these things? Is it actually me who wants to partake in these acts? Or is it just because I see it all around me? You know, and I had to come to that realization and realize that I shouldn't follow the world. You know, I need to do what God has called me to do, and that is helping you guys. You know, and that is me sitting here, you know, edifying you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I had to come to realizations of that. And once I came to the realization of that, I stopped trying to compare myself. I stopped trying to, you know, fit in with this world, because I realized that I'm not a part of this world. You know, so, you know, shout out to what PNB said, man. This is probably the last video I'm gonna drop on him, you know, because I don't want people thinking I'm trying to get views and all of that. But this was a genuine, heartfelt message that I felt like you guys, you know, especially to my younger audience, had to hear. You know, so if you guys took something valuable or learned something new today, man, drop a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, man. Share this video with a friend because they will need it, man. Look, Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'll catch you in the next one. And I'm out.